What's up, my guys and geeks? It's no secret that Star Wars as of late has been far less consistent in quality than it should be.
He's alive, Obi-Wan. Anakin Skywalker is alive.
A lot of the TV shows have failed to live up to the hype that their announcements cause. A lot of times it seems like they're just referencing back to old characters and nostalgia baiting instead of providing an actual cohesive story. And their film plans seem to be utterly misguided and lack any kind of coordination.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
So today I'm going to discuss what's wrong with modern Star Wars and what my plan is to fix it. Alright, be sure to comment down below what your thoughts are on this video. How do you think we can fix what Star Wars is currently? And if you go on to enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for more awesome Geek Space content. So first, let's start off by looking at what's wrong with Star Wars. Because just on the page, Star Wars seems to be doing all right. They're releasing a lot of projects. These projects are getting a reasonable amount of viewers at the very least, and they do seem to be continuing to build up the brand. The problem is that there's a complete lack of consistency and vision in the projects they're releasing. A problem that really started with the sequel trilogy, where you could see that there was no clear guidance or overarching plan or idea, or no clear direction of where they wanted to take the saga.
I am all the Sith.
They didn't have to have the entire plot of all three movies scripted out before they started shooting. I think that would have been ludicrous. What they did need to have was a general start point, a general end point, and an understanding of what they were trying to accomplish, what message they were trying to convey, what way they were trying to change the universe with these new projects. And now a lot of the projects that they're releasing, these TV shows, feel pointless. Ahsoka was interesting, and I especially enjoyed getting to see Thrawn's return. But honestly, it feels like the entire series didn't accomplish that much. Basically, all we did was take Ezra and Thrawn and put them back in the normal galaxy while leaving Sabine and Ahsoka stranded in this other galaxy. They didn't seem to accomplish any real purpose or have any real goal, and we have no idea exactly when we're going to get a follow-up to that storyline. Or even a show like Book of Boba Fett seems to be completely pointless, where the entire show was just deconstructing our main character and making him so much less interesting and mysterious than he was before.
Like a Bantha.
And then the problem they have is that they see that these shows aren't as good, as quality as they should be. They see that shows like The Mandalorian are having a decrease in quality every subsequent season, from the point to where Mandalorian was lauded as one of the best Star Wars projects when the first season released, and now I didn't even bother watching all of season 3 just because of how much it disappointed me. I stopped the review series on the channel because it was uninteresting and nobody was interested in seeing any thoughts about those episodes. And so what they're doing instead is they've taken a sharp shift into nostalgia baiting.
I've known you a long time, Boba.
The Mandalorian started as an attempt to explore a different side of the universe and different mythos, and then it quickly became, oh look, there's Luke Skywalker, oh look, there's R2-D2, oh look, there's Boba Fett, oh look, there's Bo-Katan. It quickly became just bringing back old Star Wars characters and redoing the same thing again and again and again.
Find other Banthas. Make baby Banthas.
With a lot of these shows, Kenobi, while it had some incredible scenes between Vader and Obi-Wan, honestly didn't add anything to the Star Wars universe other than, oh, hey, there's Obi-Wan again. Oh, hey, Darth Vader's showing up. This is great. They provide a lot of nostalgia baiting by bringing back characters they know we love, but they're not exploring any meaningful stories or meaningfully expanding on the world in these projects. So obviously Star Wars, because of this lack of vision, because of the lack of consistent quality, and because of the consistent nostalgia baiting over an actual expansion of the mythos and a solid plot, is going to suffer. And they've seen that in that hype for the Star Wars brand is nowhere near as high as it was just 10 years ago because of the decisions they've made. But it's not all bad news. I do believe that Star Wars can easily be reversed and become a much more enjoyable franchise again. In fact, I believe it's possible for Star Wars to reach the heights of the prequel trilogy or the original trilogy yet again and have people actually interested in and excited for each new Star Wars project. And my plan to adjust Star Wars is pretty simple. First, stop what you're doing.
Seemed obvious, but okay.
Stop continually churning out these lower quality, lower consistency TV shows. Instead, they need to scale back the amount of content. I think over the next 5 years, what Star Wars should do is they should release 2 projects per year. They should release one good animated show. This animated show could either explore some new part of the mythos or re-explore a character we love. And that's what they should do. They should make sure that they're building up their animation portfolio, because Star Wars has been pretty consistent on the animation end of things, even if not in live action.
Kenobi!
And whatever they choose to do with the animated show, whether it be either expanding the mythos or exploring characters we already know, they should have one live action show that does the opposite. So if you want to make a show exploring the fallout of the Clone Wars and the fallout of Order 66 and exploring what happened to all these characters we've never met before, then you have a live action show that explores a character like Rex and what he does after the events of the Bad Batch and how his clone group kind of expands and how he ends up on the desert planet with Wolf and Gregor. And you do that for the next 5 years. You scale way back on content and you make sure you consistently release 2 good projects. And what you're doing during those 5 years, what Star Wars needs to be doing, is carefully crafting a plan for where they want to take the universe next. Because all these projects, these 10 projects that they'll be releasing over the 5 years, those will all be just fleshing out what already exists. Those will just be expanding on the established Star Wars universe, providing new angles or new explorations. Then once the 5 years is over, they need to have a plan for whether it be an interconnected TV universe like what they're trying to do with The Mandalorian, but executed way better, or through a trilogy of movies that adds to Star Wars while acknowledging that the Skywalker saga is over.
Rey Skywalker.
Whatever new direction they want to take Star Wars in, they need to plan what new idea they're going to be exploring, what new inspirations they want to take from pop culture and different kinds of genres, and what way they want to make a new, fresh spin on Star Wars. Take the core concepts of Star Wars that everybody loves and launch them in a new direction that provides something fresh, exciting, and innovative. So you have time to plan everything out. You have time to find somebody who's going to head up this vision, who's going to be the visionary that will direct this journey. And you have time to figure out what kind of project you want to look at, figure out what kind of format it's going to look like, make sure that you have writers and staff that are online that can bring a consistent quality to all of these projects. But then you've done it. You've had half a decade of consistent, good Star Wars entertainment. You've had a lot of hype built up for this next new direction that Star Wars is turning, and people have seen consistent quality, so they're not actually worried about whether this project will be good, but rather excited for what it promises to give. And then you're able to deliver on what you've promised because you've taken the time to find a visionary who will bring a unique and impactful spin on the Star Wars universe while also incorporating what we love about it and remaining true to the original values and ideas that Star Wars was established upon.
Brilliant! Simple and brilliant!
But that's how I think that Star Wars can take this downward trajectory and really turn it into an exciting and hyped up event that will make people fall in love with Star Wars again. But those are my ideas. Be sure to give me your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think Star Wars needs to take this hard reset and take time to develop out a new idea? Be sure to tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for more awesome Geek Space content. If you want to see my top 5 Star Wars characters ranked, you can click on this side of the screen. If you want to see me explain how Star Wars and Stranger Things exist in the same universe, you can click on this side of the screen. But you've only got 3 seconds because this video is about to end. Adios!